Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Popcorn Podcast. I am Tommy Cresta. I am one of your hosts. The other one is Ryan Fran, who is probably above me or below me right now. And we're here to talk about episode 2 of House of the Dragon season 3 and talk about DCU's newest film, Supergirl, starring Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa. But before we get too far into the episode, make sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts, The Popcorn Pod, Popcorn Pod Gaming, both on TikTok, The Popcorn Podcast on Instagram, Popcorn Studios on YouTube. Ryan's Instagram is Ferran_12. Mine is Tommy_Cresta. Yeah, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up in the near future. More stuff that I'll talk about next week's episode. Also, I keep saying our anniversary of the show is in just past. It's actually next month. I always think it's June 21st. It's July 21st. So we're coming.
I thought it was June.
So did I, but I was away with the Army in June of this time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, before we get too far into that, Ryan, how you doing today?
Great. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much for asking. It really means a lot every time you ask me that.
Of course.
Yeah. How about you, Tommy? What have you been up to down in Georgia way?
Going on a lot of walks, working out, hanging out with my girlfriend, golfing, working.
Golfing? Yeah. How you shooting nowadays?
I haven't shot above 90 in like 3 months.
That's pretty good. I almost broke 100. Almost broke 100 the other day. Almost did. I shot 101.
Dude, is that your best now?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure it was. Because the front 9 I shot 56, wasn't pretty, and then the back 9 I shot, I guess, what would that be, 44 or 45? Yeah, 45.
That's pretty damn good in the back.
Way better. Yeah, I felt.
If you just do that on both sides now.
That's all I got to do.
Yeah.
But it started raining on like the 16th hole. But it was nice. It was like just a calm, like steady drizzle. It was kind of like, it was very nice. It was like, it was cinematic. It was cool. It was me. We got the boys back together. It was me, Puff, and then Aunt McCarthy and Emmett Pauline. Just throwback.
What a
so
gang.
Weird seeing them again. I hadn't seen Emmett since I was like 13.
Holy shit.
Matter of fact, he's actually moving down to Georgia. He's moving like an hour away from me.
Where's he going?
I forget the name of the town, but not far.
I was wondering if I knew what the place was. Good for him.
Yeah.
Georgia's a great place. It's hot. It's nice. There's lizards everywhere. I've seen like 20 lizards.
Yeah, there's lizards down there.
I love lizards, so it's always pretty cool when I see one.
Yeah, you're a big lizard. Yeah, you love lizards. All types of lizards. Iguanas.
Don't say it.
Those little tiny ones. Lot lizards.
There it is.
There it is. You love lizards.
I do not like lot lizards. I need to make that. For anyone who doesn't know what a lot lizard is, go look it up on videos on Google. No blurs.
Yeah, just whatever you're imagining, just less teeth is all you gotta think about. That's it. That's a good quality lot lizard.
I can't wait to have the new editor and just have them be like, clip it. I need that.
I need that one.
It would be so nice.
Clip me saying Tommy likes lot lizards, and then switch to like a different part of this where he's like, yes, that's a great point.
That's so funny that will be able. Oh god, that's gonna be so weird.
It's gonna be good. Those are the ones that are just for us. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to post those.
No, I'm definitely posting a clip like that on TikTok. That's so good. But yeah, first thing we're talking about is House of the Dragon, episode 2, Queen's Landing. I really enjoyed this episode. I was shocked that it was an hour and 16 minutes again.
Yeah.
They're really going for it right now, and it's making me very happy and excited for the rest of the season. And I was kind of shocked at where this episode ended.
Yeah, I mean, me too. It was another good episode. I think, I don't think this episode was as good as the last episode, and there were some parts that I really didn't love a lot, but I think overall this episode was still pretty good. I think this season has been, if it can hold this level of quality, I think we're in for a pretty good season. And like you were saying, if every episode is going to be like an hour 10, hour 15, then it's not going to hurt as much knowing that it's only 8 episodes. Because, if they're all an hour 15, that's basically 10 hours. So it would effectively be 10 episodes. But I don't see that happening. I'm sure we're going to get to like episode 4 and 5 are going to be like 50 minutes and we're going to be disappointed. But Yeah, I mean, it's cool seeing the longer episodes again. It feels good knowing that they have more to say in this story up to this point. But again, I felt like some aspects of this episode just kind of weren't as strong as the previous episode, and just as, going back to like season 1 as a whole, I felt some of the game wasn't fantastic. I thought there wasn't really as much fighting in this, but when there was, it was okay. I didn't love some of the fights towards the end of the episode, specifically like in the in like the hallway room when they first get in. Not getting to spoilers yet, but when they first get in,
I
and he
thought it was a
basically,
pretty awesome fight.
I thought it was okay, except for the one guy where he just whacks him in the back and he dies. It felt like fucking, Dark Knight Rises, where he just clearly misses the punch by 5 feet and the guy just falls over. I was like, all right, well. Also, I kind of like, I know. All right, getting into like kind of spoilers, but not crazy. I know Damon has a Valyrian steel sword. I still wish armor did like kind of anything in this show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
you can wear a
like
full
Captain
suit of armor.
America.
Yeah. I know he's got. I forget the name of his sword. Blackfire, I think maybe. I'm pretty sure that's the one he has. I know Valyrian steel is better and it can cut through armor, do it. But I feel like you gotta have the armor do like a little bit, just a little something more. You know what I mean? But that's it.
No.
Yeah, there was
I like
something
that
later.
no one can stop his sword.
I mean, yeah, it's cool. It is cool.
Well,
but it's also like
actually, Otto shirt kind of stops it.
Yeah, Otto kind of stopped it. But it's still like, if you're gonna have it slicing through armor, then make it slice through like swords and everything, because he can still like, guys are like clanging swords with him. No pause. But guys are stopping his sword now and again with their swords, just hitting back and forth.
Just
but then when it hits
docking.
the armor, they just goes straight through. It doesn't do anything, which is kind of like, I don't know. I wish there was just a little bit more fighting. You know what I mean? Like these fights. I mean, we've seen like medieval fights. Like, you love The Last Duel. Those are the fights that kind of should be happening in the show. I'm not saying every fight needs to be that like super long,
Last
just
Duel's fight's
brutal
so
one. Exactly. Yeah, it is good. The movie's fine, but the fight's good. But those fights with the whole suit of armor. Yeah, I never said the movie was bad. I gave it like a 65.
You said it was terrible.
I gave it like a 65. I think maybe even 70.
I thought you gave it like a 30 something.
No, it's not a bad movie. It's just not
fantastic.
It's not great. Yeah, but anyways, I thought this episode was fine, not great. There were just some things throughout it that I was like, all right, that was kind of quick, or I would have liked to see a character talk a little bit more. I kind of wish Rhaenyra could do literally anything in the show without crying immediately. You know what I mean? I wish she was just a little bit more stronger, because she keeps saying like, I'm strong-willed, and even the last episode where she has that line I didn't love about her having the weak, feeble body of a woman, but the heart and soul of a king. Was that? I don't even remember. Yeah. But then it literally every time she's on screen in this episode, and some aspects, some parts of this episode, yeah, you should be crying, especially in the beginning. But like later on, you got to toughen up a little bit if you want people to really believe you with that heart and soul of a king stuff. You can't be bawling your eyes out at every little thing. You really can't. So I kind of hope she just toughens up at some point in this season, because she really should have done that last season, but I don't know. She just keeps crying. At the same time, Emma Darcy's doing a very good job of crying. I don't think anything's her fault.
Yeah.
I think she's fine.
I feel like the crying in this episode made a little more sense, only because it was two people in her life that had such an impact on her life, for better or for worse, for the character at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Like the beginning of the episode, it's the beginning of the episode, we can say. When Jace's body gets to Dragonstone, that makes total sense. Sad. She should be crying for that. Although I will say, when she first walks around that corner, a lot of people talk shit on the wig so far. I never really had an issue. That was the worst wig.
Yeah,
it looked terrible.
Look pretty bad there.
It looked
way
awful.
better later in the episode.
Yes, yeah, it did. But when she first walks in, when she first walks in that room, the wig is unbelievably noticeable. It was bad, but yeah, I thought she was pretty good in that scene. I didn't have an issue with her acting or her crying or anything. It was good. I kind of liked how the Kingsguard guy was like, "Kill me, I give up," just immediately.
I suck.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bad at my job. Yeah.
That was I really liked that though, and then I really like the sequence that follows with her when Rhaenyra's like, you've all failed me anyway. What with you dying makes it any better? Like, I'm not gaining anything from that. Like, she needs everyone that she has right now.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't get. So they talk about Damon and Rhaenyra talk about Sheepstealer coming in and Sheepstealer killing their people, and they're like, "Oh my god, how did they get their hands on Sheepstealer?" Did Baela not say that Rhaena was the one riding Sheepstealer?
No, Jace. I don't think she did because Jace noticed it. Jace was like, "Oh shit, that's Rhaenyra," and then
Rhaena says about
Rhaena
Baela,
has the line like, "No, that's my sister." Yeah, I don't think Baela ever notices that it was Rhaena.
Yeah, Rhaena. Terrible idea, girl. So Sam doesn't watch the show, and I'm playing the recap. And she saw the end of the episode last week, and she's like, "Why did she take that dragon in the battle?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Why?
I don't
No
know.
one knows why you did it."
Yeah.
But it was a really good start to the episode. I like that the Vale would rather not be associated than have a dragon because they're like, fuck dealing with Rhaenyra. That's just a bad. That's a bad way.
Yeah, she's like, dude, this is already fucked up enough. Because she said she knew that Jace died, right?
She knew. She's like, you.
Yeah, she knew already. Okay. Yeah. She's like, you fucked up so bad. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Go home. I don't leave. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see that dragon. I don't want to see nothing. I don't want to see anything ever again. No.
They a scene that I did not like though is how Aegon and Larys escape. It had almost like
it was.
childish.
I thought Shane Black immediately. I thought like Nice Guys where they're like looking out and peeking around, and it was like Looney Tunes kind of. I didn't like.
And the dude that they knock out was I hate to rip on people. Especially like people like just guys trying to find their way in film and television. Dude, what was with the Looney Tune facial expressions when you're fighting to guard the thing? It was just a little ridiculous, and well, like you're saying, it felt almost more like Shane Black than anything we've seen out of House of the Dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, my immediate thought was Shane Black because it wasn't like over the top goofy, but it just had that like there's a serious thing happening, but the characters we're with are not super serious people, even though they very much should be. I mean, this is the king, and Larys is like the creepy, Varys type character in this show. I know we have, what's her name? The White Worm, Rhaenyra's girl. I forget her actual name.
I don't
Starts
remember.
with an M.
I have it in the document somewhere.
I have Missandei in my head, but I know that's not right.
That's not who it is.
Missandei. Yeah, but that scene was not very good. I did kind of like Aegon grabbing the arrow and just stabbing the shit out of him.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, that was just not great. And then Aegon, like I know Aegon's the king and he wants to still be like in charge and not really listen to Larys, but Larys makes a great point. He's like, no, we can't just walk to fucking I don't even remember where they're trying to get. They're not trying to get the Dragonstone, Harrenhal. We can't just walk there. Like, you're gonna die if you try to walk there. You're already fucked up enough, and that's a long ass walk. And Aegon's like, no, we're gonna do it. Like, all right,
they're never getting to Harrenhal.
No, never. But then we skipped over a little bit. We skipped over Daemon getting the news that Jace died and that they're going back to Dragonstone. And then I like that he met with Alice Rivers again. Had that little meeting with her, which is kind of cool.
We're not there yet.
No, yeah, we passed it. We skipped it.
Did we?
Yeah, but that's all right.
I thought it went Vale, Aegon, Larys, and then Driftmark.
No, we start on Dragonstone with Rhaenyra, and then we get a little bit of Alan looking for Corlys, and then we go to the Vale, and then off to Daemon and whatever the little kid. Dude, the fucking names I can't even remember. Is this one Kermit? Or is this
who?
No, this is
Adam.
They're all named after Muppets.
And Alan?
No, the kid who's with Daemon. The little kid who's like not the Lord because Daemon killed. It's not a black. Is he a Bracken? I don't even remember. Is he a Blackwood?
I didn't even write these things on the paper. I'm not gonna lie.
It's all right, dude. There's a lot of shit going on. But anyways, we get that. I like the scene with Daemon and Alice Rivers.
That was a really good.
It was
scene.
Cool again. It was good to see them together again. That creepy bitch. And then we get them, Alan and Adam finding Corlys.
Corlys offers to legitimize Alan as his heir. which I thought was
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, and I liked his response to it. He's like, I wish because Corlys says, I wish I could give you money and everything. He's like, no, your name is worth
He's
far
like, this
more.
means more to me than a pile of gold. A
Yeah, it's
hill
good.
of gold.
Yeah. I also like that Bela already knew that he was a bastard. Like somebody just told him. I forget who she says told him, but told her. But somebody they just knew for a little bit, and she was like, "It's fine, it happens." They didn't make a big deal out of it. I like that.
Okay, so Bela and Rhaena are Daemon's children, right?
No, they're Corlys and Rhaenys' kids. Oh no. Yes,
Oh
they are. They are.
no.
I'm sorry. Yes, they are. Yeah,
Yeah. So I was.
Because Lena and Laenor were Corlys and Rhaena's kids. Lena died in childbirth and then burned by Vhagar. Laenor just left with his boyfriend, and then they just killed the
they
random
fake
guy
his
and
death.
just shoved him in the fireplace.
Yeah.
That's still the
Great
funniest
episode.
thing. They just killed. It's fantastic. They just killed a random innocent person and threw him in the fireplace.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but yeah.
But I was trying to
you're
explain to Sam. So she was asking like how the whole. I'm like, okay, so these two are married, Rhaenyra and Daemon. They're
Yes.
that's her uncle. That's
Mhm.
his niece. They then have kids with different people, and their kids are now going to get married. But the one son just died, so now
Yes.
they're not going to be married.
Yeah.
I was like, but
they could be because
her
the
best
both of them
friend
have two
married
younger.
her dad, then had an affair with this random guy over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was trying to explain it to her, and she was so lost. Which I mean, fair enough. She's like, why are they all similar names?
It goes in circles. That is the worst. The fucking names, dude. It's everything's the same. I know, like they sound kind of cool, but when you have like Damon and Aemon, and then there's two Aegons. That's the one thing I said last episode that the Damon and Rhaenyra's. I almost said Rhaenys. Fucking all the goddamn names. Rhaenys, and Rhaenyra are three different people. But I said Damon and Rhaenyra's kids are. I think I said Viserys and Jaehaerys. I think it's Aegon and Jaehaerys or Viserys. I can't even remember now. But the older one's Aegon.
The third, right?
Yes, the older one is Aegon, and then the younger one is either Viserys or Jaehaerys, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I hate the names because they're just so close together.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't think there's a single person in this series that I would have recast with someone else. Like, they all play their roles very well, and I really like them.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think they're all really good.
The guy who plays Corlys has slowly become one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so stoic, and he's just a doll. Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy are my favorites, of course. And Olivia Cook continues to just be a dog this season. And I like that they gave up on the idea of her trying to take the crown, even though I feel like they kind of left the door open at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you had to fill with something because there's a lot of time left. So it's going to be cool. And I'm excited to see Vhagar have kind of like a showdown. Because, Aemon and Daemon are having a battle at some point. We've been leading towards this for the whole entirety of the show. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like there's just so much left to do.
Yeah, I agree. And they have, I mean, this season, and then they're doing a season 4, as far as I know. Because Ryan Condal said season 4 is at least as far as he's going to go. Whatever the fuck that means. If they mean that season 4 is going to be the end of this show, or if, they kind of had, I think, the original idea to make House of the Dragon just an anthology series of Targaryen stories throughout history, and the Dance of the Dragons is going to be the first couple seasons, and then maybe we go to some other crazy shit that happened, or maybe like Aegon's conquest would be cool.
Yeah, like I think it'd be cool to also see the end of the Targaryen era, which leads us through Game of Thrones. To get, because I feel like
all the Mad King stuff.
Yeah, like I think that'd be so cool to watch, like because I feel like the Targaryens in this, they're the good guys. I'm not saying that she's a good guy at the end of Game of Thrones, but I mean, Daenerys is the main character of that series.
Yeah,
so it'd be cool to see a full beginning to end evil one. I think would be fun.
Yeah, it'd be cool because you get a lot of it like throughout. I mean, there were very good Targaryen kings like Jaehaerys before this series, And then Viserys at the beginning of the series, Viserys wasn't the best king, but he was a good
good
king in the
man.
sense of, he was a good man. He just wasn't the greatest king. And then you get all the Targaryens here. Aemon's a dick. Aegon is a dickhead. Aemon is batshit crazy. Daemon is kind of both crazy and a dickhead, but also not the worst at the same time. Rhaenyra is fine. And then there's
Rhaenyra
more.
is one of the few good people in the Game of Thrones world.
Yeah. And she's such a kind of not great character to me because she is good-hearted. She just, I mean, at least throughout this show, has just no idea how to do anything. You know what I mean? Everything she does is somebody else's plan, or when she finally does have a plan, somebody else is like, no, we can't do that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. She's
Well,
like,
they did it. They did her
"Why?"
plan this episode.
They did do her plan this episode, and we'll
And
see
it
how that
worked.
shakes out. And it worked. It worked for now. I have a very strong feeling that things are not going to work forever.
No, they're not going to work
It's
forever.
No. As soon as word gets out, people are coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, if they kill Vhagar, though, the whole fight's over. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah,
that's it.
you're right. You're right, but I think, I mean,
Vhagar could also take down 4 of them.
yeah, exactly. If any of the actual people die, then it kind of crumbles. Because sure, you can kill the dragons, but the dragons aren't riding for the throne. They're not trying to sit the throne. They're just the weapons.
Yeah,
If
the
you kill
weapons
anybody
are
who's
using.
actually trying to get the throne, then that's way more of a shakeup than losing a couple dragons. And that can happen from dragons, or just getting shot with some arrows while you fall into the water, or whatever.
Yeah. But we're off a little bit of a topic here. Not off topic. We're still talking about House of Dragon, but we're a little off the episode.
Yeah.
At the King's Landing, we see Alicent talking to Luther Largent, the commander of the City Watch, and she asks him to surrender the city to Rhaenyra when she comes here, and if that's something he would actually do.
Yeah.
Then Sir Jasper uncovers Alicent's betrayal and doesn't try and arrest her like a normal person.
No.
He tries to then sexually assault her in her own room.
Yeah.
The mother of the king. Well, it doesn't work out. He's arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because I felt very uncomfortable watching that scene because I thought that they were going to go that way. Trey Turner hit a home run.
I did. I saw that. Very nice.
But I hate those scenes. They always make me very uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, they're always horrible to watch, but this one, I don't know, this one kind of had like a different feel to it, because they're always bad, but I feel like all the ones in Game of Thrones had like maybe a little bit less of a lead up, or it was, because the one that comes to mind is Sansa and fuck's his name, the asshole kid.
The evil one.
Yeah, the evil guy. I can't even think of his name.
Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah. But anyways, this one had a lot more lead up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like with him walking into the room and being like, "What are you doing?" And then he just slowly moves towards her. Like, it was actually kind of scary. I thought it was a very good, well put together scene. And I like how she fights back. Like, I like how his face is all scratched up by the time that they're done. And Maester Orwell comes in. Also, that guy rules. But
He does rule.
He's constantly in peril, but he's just a good guy. Like, he's genuinely trying his best. He just keeps getting mixed up in horrible shit.
Yeah, in the wrong situation. But he kind of saves himself in this episode later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
but what next?
Oh, Aemon arrives on Harrenhal and just fucks up everyone there. Mm-hmm. Well, for the first part. Then he kills Sir Simon Strong, which was actually pretty sad. I felt a little sad about it because he seemed like such a good person.
Yeah, he was kind of sweet. Definitely, had it out for himself, I think, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he didn't care.
No, yeah, he was like, I don't have an army. I'm not going to fight. Just whoever shows up, I'm going to be like, "Sire, how are you? I'll help you out," whether it's Daemon or Aemon or whatever. But then, Aemon being the nut job he is, he just immediately stabs him in the stomach. Does Aemon have a Valyrian steel sword too, or no? Because he had kind of a cool sword, but I don't know if he has a Valyrian steel one.
I don't know, but I had never really looked at his sword. And then when he takes down and they like the camera pans on him.
Mm-hmm.
The dolly's on him. Dolly pans.
What?
I can't remember. Yeah, pans across.
Yeah.
It pans, and I had never really seen it like that before, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, it was a cool sword.
But then the son of Simon Strong gets killed, gets his face slit in half. Then the other brother stabs him between the armor. And what a move by that guy, because I was so hyped when he got stabbed. And at first I was like, where they just stabbed him? Like, that's like a serious place to get stabbed. Not that any place isn't a serious place to get stabbed, but that's like the back of his lung. And it was right between his armor. And I really liked it. He started leaking.
He did. He started leaking real bad. I kind of didn't love him crawling to Alice Rivers. So it's kind of, I mean, I get it. Because like I was saying last week, he's like, he kind of still has that child in him where he just kind of gets scared or like upset at certain situations, no matter how hard or stern he tries to come off as. But just him like crawling to Alice and just like kind of begging for help. I was like, all right, dude, you can't just walk in with a dragon, kill 3 important people, and then just cry for help. Like, come on, man.
If someone stabbed you, wouldn't you try and get help?
I'd be like, fucking, are you going to help me? No? All right, fuck you then. And then kill her. And then she's going to be like, I'm a witch. I'm just a witch. Yeah. I like how nobody's mad about her accent. She's got like a Scottish accent, I think. Remember, everybody got mad at what's her name's accent in season 1 because she didn't try at all. But
Rhaenyra? No,
the white worm. I couldn't remember her name earlier. Now I'm trying to find it. Whatever, dude. There's so many characters in this. You go through a cast list and there's 150 people you got to sort through.
Yeah,
to like, maybe find the right one. You're like, I'm not doing this. Yeah, but whatever.
And now we begin the fall of King's Landing. Rhaenyra, Daemon, Ulf, and Hugh all fly in on the dragons. Also, when Daemon slaps the shit out of Ulf, right, is the one he slaps?
Yeah.
That shit made me laugh out loud. And then he walks him and he checks his jaw, like, off camera a little bit. Oh, my God. I hate Ulf. He annoys the shit out of me in this show. But I mean, that's the point of it, but...
Yeah.
Then Luther Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I'm trying to scroll through the cast. He's in 4 episodes. There's a Lord Peter Piper. It's just, I mean, literally, it is because George R. R. Martin just was like, yeah, this is just an extra book about the history of my world, so I'll just have some fun with it. Which is why the kid I was trying to figure out earlier, they're all named after Muppets. There's like a Kermit, an Elmo, I think. I think there's a Fozzie or some shit.
Okay.
That's why I said that. But anyways, you were talking about actual things. No, there's 150 people I'm scrolling through. There's Samuel, a John. Yeah, Craig and Stark, great. There's a vendor in the marquee. His name is Samuel Sargent. Okay. Theater player. Lord Beric Dondarrion. When did you show up? Oh, it's just a different Beric Dondarrion. Cool.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, just go. Just go. I'm getting upset.
Oh yeah. So then, as they land, Rhaenyra and Daemon unmount their horses in the outside of the building. What's the castle's name?
Which one?
King's Landing's castle.
The Red Keep.
Yeah, they land in the Red Keep, and no one opposes them. They drop their swords. They don't shoot at them. But as soon as they go inside, Daemon's like, this is where the real test begins. And then Daemon just starts doing what Daemon does best and fucking up everyone that comes near him.
Yeah.
Oh, and they work their way through. Ryan didn't
especially
like that
one guy. That one guy, he just kind of like punches him in the back and he dies.
But
everything else is fine.
He had the dagger in his hand.
He had the dagger, and I'm telling you, it was the hilt of his sword, and he just like punched the guy in the back, and he just fell and never got up.
Oh.
I was okay. That was just for me. Right. The rest of the fight was fine. But I just saw that, and I was like, okay, cool. Also, Massaria. Massaria is her goddamn name.
Massaria, that is her name.
Massaria. Finally
But
found it.
as they work their way through, the rest of the Green Loyalists that are left are slowly killed off by Daemon, one by one, until they finally get to the throne room, which felt so satisfying as a fan. When if you've watched, everyone knows Rhaenyra is the rightful heir to the throne, and you see her there for the first time in however long it's been at this point. And it just feels right that she's walking up there and you think it's all over. And then more of the guards show up and you're like, oh my God, did Alicent really backstab them one more time? And then the Knights Guard come in and I was like, fuck, man, she's not going to get on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Luther Largent tells the Kingsguard and the rest of the Green's loyalists to drop their swords and that they are arrested, and it is perfect. And now the head that's not the Lord Commander, right? What's his name?
The what? The Kingsguard guy or the
the head
Watch?
Kingsguard guy.
Yeah, the Lord Commander, right?
Okay,
but that's Kristen is the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard.
Oh yeah, because he's also the hand of the king.
He's also the hand of the king. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the guy who's head commander right now, because Kristen's off fighting the war, he's like, you'll burn for this. Fuck you, dude. You got nothing. Rhaenyra it's her throne. But I really like that scene, and I like because the time jump to me, I think we forget about it. He's like, I thought you would have forgotten about me. Daemon says to him, he's like, no, you were the one who made me part of the Night's Watch. He's like, I'll never forget that. Yeah, and I really like that. So that whole scene felt so good to see. And then once they start going through the prisons, and Lord Oral, they like find him first before they go down to the cells. And he's like, well, you don't want me. This is who you want.
Yeah.
And he gives up the guy from earlier. What was his name? Lord Spencer?
Oh shit, I had it earlier.
Sir Spencer?
Jasper. The Ironwood something.
Yeah, they give up Jasper. Terrible human being.
Wild. Jasper Wild. Also, I figured out the kid, it's Oscar Tully. He's a Tully. And his family, so Oscar Tully, his brother is named Kermit, his father is named Elmo Tully, and his great-grandfather is Grover Tully. Which is just fun.
George R. R. Martin is such a wild person.
You can't blame him. He's writing a history book for a made-up fantasy world. He's going to have some fun. He's going to name him after Elmo.
Should name someone Bruce Wayne somewhere.
Bruce Wayne would be sick.
Just make his flag a bat. Like, just fully lean into the idea of it being crazy.
Yeah, why not, dude? Why not?
You're making up the history. But it was funny when they're in the cell and he's talking to Jasper, and then he's like, well, actually, they left a gift for you for if you had ever returned. And Damon's like, the fuck is this gift? And it's just Otto sitting in a cell. Poor guy. And we've been so excited to see him come back.
And yeah, I didn't realize that, it was going to be so short-lived. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy it was. I think it fit.
Yeah, and made sense is that they make the decision that Otto is the highest ranking member of the green side right now, and that she needs to make her point and execute him. Which I was trying to explain to Sam. It is ridiculous that he was the highest ranking person for them.
I mean, yeah, everybody just left.
Yeah, everyone was gone. But then he tells Rhaenyra that he wants Daemon to do it because then he won't be hacked at. So Daemon instead takes out his sword, gives it to Rhaenyra to use. And Rhaenyra swings, and she hits his damn collar thing, and it doesn't go through.
Oh, no, it went through. She hit him in, like, the back. There was blood on the sword.
Yeah, but she hits, like,
she hit him.
The chunk of stuff instead.
Yeah, she hit him right in the back. It's just, it didn't cut through all the way. She missed.
Yeah. But
she was crying the whole time.
Which, I mean, that's why I didn't have any problem with her.
I kind of get it.
Because it's Otto.
Yes, she grew up with him, even though he kind of, like, she didn't like him a ton because he made his daughter, her best friend, marry her fucking dad. And then he drove them apart and was part of the reason that like Aegon became king and like all of this happened. She's not a huge fan of of Otto. So I kind of understand, but to your point, I still understand that he was a big part of her life probably. And, she had, I'm sure, mixed feelings of like, fuck this guy, but also I've known him forever. He watched me grow up. I grew up, I grew up with his daughter. I know him well. So I'm sure it was, hard cutting off his head, but at the same time, you gotta show a little bit of grit. I mean,
hey, she does it. She
does do it. She does do it. She does do it. I don't want to sound like I hate Rhaenyra because I don't by any means. I just wish she had a little bit more grit to her because it's every single time she needs to do anything. Tommy, if there's any one of us that does not hate women, it's me. It's me. And you despise them. Why did you say that?
You said last episode about me.
Yeah, but that was funny.
But what I loved about this whole sequence with the execution was they execute Otto, and it's kind of like a shocking moment for everyone. And then Daemon just chops off Jasper's head without even any hesitation.
Yeah,
no
I love
thought.
he's mid-sentence too. It's like tell my wife.
Slash.
No, done.
What?
You don't get to say anything.
And then finally we get to see Rhaenyra sit on the throne, which again just felt so satisfying for this show. Which is crazy that it's been 4 years we've now been watching this series. And it's the first time we've seen her sit on the throne. 4 years, right? 2020. 5 years. It's 2021.
Yeah, there's 2. No, I think it was 2. 22.
Oh, it was 2, so 4. Okay, 4 years. But of course it's Game of Thrones, so it can't all end cleanly. Alicent is captured with Helena and is brought before the throne where she sees her father beheaded. Fuck. And you know that this is just going to turn into a whole situation for the rest of season 3.
Yeah,
and
she's going to make it a whole thing.
I mean that is a whole thing. Her dad is bad. But I will... I actually didn't watch the coming up this week on House of the Dragon. I just didn't want to watch it. But I'm super excited. I think I'm going to watch it. I think if it's one more good episode, it will be I'll be watching at Sunday at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm close. They almost have me.
They almost got me. Yeah. But we kind of skipped over Helena throughout this episode. I liked the scene of her.
She shows up in the garden. Sorry.
Yeah, she's in the garden, and Alicent's like, hey, we're going to leave. And Helena's like, no, we can't do that. I wish Helena was in this show more because she's such an interesting character. Because she has the dragon dream. She sees everything that's going to happen. She fucking tells Aemon exactly what's going to happen to him last season. And he's just like, fuck it, I don't care. She knew her kid was going to die, and then she watched that happen. And then she watched that shit happen twice. But, like, I wish they showed her more, and I wish we got to see her with like Dreamfire and shit, because I know, again, I didn't read the books, I don't know a ton about the books, but I know that she has like a very interesting, more like psychic connection with her dragon Dreamfire. I wish there was just a little bit more of that. But I did like when Alicent takes her up and is like, you're since Aegon and Aemon are both gone, you're the queen, you are the power in King's Landing right now. You get to tell people what to do. So when they're telling the guards to like stand down and not shoot any dragons, I love Alicent turns around. She's like, "Isn't that right, Helena?" She's like, "Yeah, that's right." She does that little like jump because she's so happy.
Harmed.
Yes, dude. Oh, dude. I
have Helena.
I have a feeling some people are gonna hate that. I loved it. I thought it was so funny. I
liked it too.
Yeah, it's just her finally doing something and being so excited about it. It felt nice.
I like Helena. I think we'll see some more of her coming up. Like, I don't think.
I hope so. I mean,
there's going to be a lot of her next episode.
There has to be a lot of her coming up because Alicent was right. She is the queen, period.
Yeah.
I mean, Alicent's the queen mother, whatever. But Helena was married to Aegon. She was the queen. And now, she's in charge. She should be in charge because Aegon is fucked up anyways. But then he left, so he's gone. Aemon wants to be king, but he's not yet. He can't just declare himself king. I mean, he can, but, whatever. Not really. What are they calling it? They're calling it the Prince Regent, I think. Which, I mean, that would be the title. Yeah. But still, I don't know.
But yeah,
I want more Helena. I like Helena a lot.
I think we'll begin, but I really like the episode. I think
Yeah.
season 3 is off to a very strong start for me.
Yeah.
Not like it's not season 1 great, but it's way better than season 2 started.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm
But
very
also,
much
with my luck,
intrigued.
Helena's going to get fucking beheaded in the first 10 minutes of next episode. So,
Now,
whatever.
that would be pretty awesome because that'd be some real Game of Thrones shit right there.
As long as it makes sense, it would be Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Game of Thrones early on didn't just kill people for fun. It was always like, you fucked up, here's the consequence.
Yeah.
Which this show has done and hasn't done. But
I mean, there's definitely some consequences these first 2 episodes for people.
yeah, there were.
But it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the season goes. I'm in. 2 thumbs up for me.
I'm at like a thumb and a half.
Thumb and a half. Hey.
Yeah, thumb and a half.
That's good.
I'm gonna watch next week.
I know you are because we're gonna review it, and of course you're gonna watch it.
I have to, dude. It's my job.
It's my job.
It's my job to do this.
Right, anything else you want to add before we hop into the next part of this episode?
No.
Okay.
No, I think everybody's doing a pretty good job in this series so far. In this season.
Sounds good. Well, moving on from Westeros, we hop into the world of the DC universe, and that is with Craig Gillespie's newest film, Supergirl, starring Millie Alcock, David Cornsweet, Jason Momoa,
Eve Ridley,
Matthias Schoenaerts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that name too, and I was like, I'm gonna let Tom take this one.
I forget what his name is that he plays, but this film debuted. Krem
the yellow something or other.
He was pretty fucking scary. I thought he was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, but Millie Alcock as Supergirl, which feels very full circle to do this review alongside a House of the Dragon review. For those who don't know, Ryan can vouch for me. I fan casted her in probably one of our first couple episodes of doing House of the Dragon. I was very much on the side. I wanted to see her. And then they released a James Gunn, saw people talking about it from House of the Dragon. I was like, if I ever meet James Gunn, I'm going to tell him that he owes me money. But
I wondered if like they casted her partially because like, oh, you've done a show with like a bullshit made up language. Perfect. You can be Kryptonian.
Do another
You're
one.
Gonna nail it.
But this film has been very divisive so far. It debuted at what, 65 million, I think is what it debuted at, on a $170 million budget. So not a great opening. And the critics have not been very kind to this movie, as it has a 6.1 out of 10 IMDb, which is not terrible, but a 54 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with a 73 audience. So it does seem like audience members are liking it way more than critics are. I am definitely much closer to the audience score on this. I think critics just didn't want to have a good time. People were saying it's a terrible superhero movie, all this stuff. I thought it was perfectly fine. I walked out having a good time. I enjoyed myself. It hit all the notes that it needed to hit for me. I don't know what else they wanted. I was actually kind of confused when I left of why people disliked it so much. But those are my initial thoughts. I feel like I just talked a lot. How about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely closer to the audience score, but I do kind of understand. This was just a very run-of-the-mill superhero movie, just period. I didn't love it. I thought it did really nothing special. I think Millie Alcock was good as Supergirl, and I also think that David Cornsweet, again, like the extra couple scenes we get of him as Superman, was just like, yeah, no, it just doubled down. That's fucking Superman right there. Like
Superman.
when he's talking to her, and he's like, you know where Kansas is? Why am I even asking? Like, just that Boy Scout so little kid. It was just really, really good.
And the scene at the end, which set up Mad Tomorrow, was nice.
Yeah. And him trying to like FaceTime her throughout the beginning of the movie and just hanging up constantly. He's like, hey, when are you coming home? We miss you. Just being nice. She's just drunk. Yeah, I think the characters were good in this. I even liked Ruthie. I thought she was fine as just like, the tag along.
I thought she
was
kid. Way better than most little kids are. I thought she was gonna be super annoying, but she actually worked for me. Lobo was super cool to see. Again, wasn't anything super special, but it was Jason Momoa playing Lobo. He actually isn't fully being Jason Momoa in this, which was good to see.
Yeah, it felt like he was acting a little more than he normally
Yeah,
does.
they normally does.
Mm.
I
Still
really
very
loved
much Jason
Millie,
Momoa,
but not as much as we've seen him in Aquaman 2. That
yeah,
he's just
like when
Jason Momoa.
he just takes over. Yeah, this one he was at least trying to be a character. Just so
Yeah.
happens that character is kind of just space Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
No, I thought Millie Alcock was great. I think she gets across Supergirl, and I actually thought the whole sequence where she explains her like upbringing and everything, that shit hit for me emotionally. I thought it really worked. I completely forgot about how like Krypton fell apart. I liked the way that they did it. That it wasn't just in it; it was over time and just failed. And I really loved it. I thought it hit all the emotional stuff. That scene I love. The movie is, as you said, it can be very cookie cutter, very run of the mill. But I enjoyed myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with sometimes having these kind of superhero movies. They don't all have to be to the level of Superman, the Batman, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2. They can be cookie cutter and fun. People who compare this to Iron Man 2, though, and Thor Dark World, you're stupid. You're just dumb as rocks.
I genuinely thought the same thing. I was like, all right, this is following the MCU run.
This is way better than any of those movies.
I didn't say, I know, I was going to finish and say not Dark World or Iron Man 2, but Thor 1. A movie that I'm like,
Thor
it's
1's
fine.
So boring, though. This was fun.
This was fun. I'm not saying, yes, this was fun. You're such a child. You're such a little kid. Just, this one was fun. It's got the dog in it. Isn't that fun? Yeah, Krypto's great, but just that doesn't make the movie good.
No, but it made it fun. And Millie Alcock, fun. And it got bonus points for me for killing people. I was very down with that.
It got bonus, yeah, sure, kill people. That's great. There was no fucking blood in this entire movie. The most blood you saw is when she pulls that thing out of her leg. I know, but dude, you can definitely show like blood on a sword in PG-13.
They did.
100% you can. No, they did not. They did not.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
After she takes the knife out of the guy at the end.
No, there was no blood on it. He just had a little cut on his throat, even though she stabbed him in the throat with a fucking sword. Listen to me. It's PG-13. We're not getting Game of Thrones shit, okay? But you can show a little bit of blood on the edge of the sword. I promise you, I watched very carefully. There was no goddamn blood. And it made me upset because I know you can do a little bit. And they just didn't. There was nothing. There was no blood.
You're right.
Or even when Lobo cuts the guy's head off, there's just no blood or anything on his little, I don't know, sickle thing, chain sickle, whatever the hell it was.
I love that thing. It was a great weapon.
Yeah. I completely forgot that Iron Man 2 came out before Thor. I'm looking at
Iron Man 2
MCU movies.
It's
kind of crazy.
So bad.
It's bad. It's not god awful. It's better than Hulk. It's better it's better than Dark World.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as Spider-Man 3. It's not as... No, it's worse than Spider-Man 3.
You think Iron Man 2 is worse than Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, Mickey
like
Rourke
Raimi
really
Spider-Man
ruins
3.
that. Yeah, Raimi Spider-Man 3.
I got to tell you, I never hated Mickey Rourke as Whiplash. His accent's a little crazy. And
the visual effects are not good in 2.
They're fine. The final battle where it's him and Rhodey doing the miniguns and shit doesn't look great. But when when Whiplash first comes out on the racetrack in Monaco, that looks incredible. Yeah, that looks fantastic. Still holds up. He does the briefcase one. Dude, it's awesome.
Iron Man 1's so good. This is kind of following the MCU timeline. Debuts with a mainstream superhero, does good critically, audience-wise, goes to a couple, and then goes right back to that same guy doing 2 before most of them get their first one. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm excited for Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow. I think that shit's going to be awesome. The Lex Luthor battle suit looks amazing. And I'm excited to see more Millie Alcock. I thought her and David Corn spent not a super large amount of time together, but the time on screen, they're going to work. I really like the way that they differ from one another. Mm-hmm. And I had such a good time with it. I like that she's learned English through listening to music. And I just thought I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was so much fun. I don't know. I couldn't get on the train of people that said it's worse than a bunch of the MCU movies.
No, I don't think this movie was bad by any means, but it was just very, very cookie cutter. I think there were a lot of issues with it. It was by no means perfect. No. But I think maybe with a longer runtime and if you kind of spent more time with Kara and fucking Ruthie, and just maybe added some different characters. Because also, like, the villains, I kind of wish Lobo was in a little more. Maybe, once he realizes she's Kryptonian, he tries to get her, because maybe, he's like, oh, just any Kryptonian would sell for a boatload of money. Krem as a villain, like you said, kind of scary, but again, it just felt like a very, very basic space villain. It was just like a guy with shit all over his face. Whatever.
He was violent, though.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't terrible, but this movie, very weirdly, and I'll be honest with you, I thought James Gunn was directing this up until I saw fucking Gillespie directed by when I watched this movie. I was like, oh, okay, whoops. But this movie felt so much more James Gunn than Superman did.
Yeah.
So much more. I mean, it felt like Guardians 3.5, which was kind of disappointing, because I want these movies to differentiate themselves from that, like, Guardians of the Galaxy kind of space. I want the DC space stuff to be different from the Guardians space stuff. But at the same time, I think it was done well. All the practical effects, this movie never looked bad. I thought all the practical effects they had looked really good, and all the CGI they did looked good. Everything looked fine.
Yeah, and I wish, my biggest complaint, which is kind of weird, that's my biggest complaint, is that she's not in the suit enough. I wish she was Supergirl for more of the movie.
See, I don't mind that, because they kind of explain it, where at the end she's like, it's just a costume, it's whatever, and then when she finally needs to be a hero, she flashes back to Clark saying, like, well, this is so they know that we're the good guys, and then she puts the suit back on and becomes a good guy again. So I think that makes sense.
So I guess Man Tomorrow should wear the suit more.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be cool but I'm very excited for Man Tomorrow. I'm very excited. I like Millie Alcock. I love crypto. I don't care. I'm a child. But I had a good time with it. I think it's good enough, and it was good enough, but I had fun. It wasn't like it was boring, and I just felt like the time was dragging. I felt like the runtime worked for me. I didn't really need anything more than what they gave me. If anything, yeah, of course, I would have wanted a little more violence, some more blood, because if you know anything about the comic the story's based on, it is super violent, super gory. But they can't go that way, because then they'd be cutting off such a big part of the audience that they want for these kind of movies, which does stink. But I liked it. I thought Lobo was dope. I thought Supergirl was dope. Krem was fine. Krem scared me. Slit a little girl's neck open, which was crazy.
He did. That is the part of the movie I was surprised they just killed that whole family.
Yeah,
I figured the girl would live, and it would be like, Supergirl. She's like, all right, another fucking kid without a family that I gotta, worry about in this world. Even she's not gonna take care of her. Nope, just throat slit. That was kind of crazy.
I like when she goes in this. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. You got it.
I like when she goes up to space and screams, but you don't hear anything. I always like those kind of scenes.
Yeah, that was cool. But then I got upset the tear didn't freeze.
Oh, you're right.
Just a little, the nitpick of nitpicks. But I was like, why didn't the tear freeze?
She freezes earlier.
Yeah, she does freeze earlier. And it was the exact same effect that they did in Guardians 1 when, Star-Lord and...
Yeah, but isn't that what it's going to look like? Like, what?
I mean, probably. Well, isn't the real thing you just get, like, your body, like, rapidly decompresses? Don't you just explode?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought I saw that one time.
They do something like that in Half-Life, Robert Pattinson. Mia Goth's in, like, a spaceship.
Yeah.
And there's, like, a crack in it. And she just blows up.
Yeah. Well, it's like that submarine. And remember a couple years ago? They just
with the PS3, the Xbox 360.
Yeah, the Xbox.
Insane.
It's so terrible to laugh at, but
it's not.
It's so stupid. You're such an idiot.
That was such a stupid idea. That's karma. I don't care what anyone says. Who went down on a ship that had an Xbox as their guide?
It's crazy. Well, a lot of military ships do that, I think. I'm pretty sure, military stuff. I'm pretty sure I've seen, like, not that I've fucking been in one, but I've seen, like, documentaries where it's, like, a nuclear submarine. And just because, like, the kids who are operating that now grew up with Xboxes, so they just make that the controller for, like, the fucking gun. Like, yeah, I already know how to use it, so, I don't get used to it.
Maybe.
I'm gonna find it
Maybe.
because it's crazy.
You should. But yeah, I don't know what else to add on Super. I really enjoyed it. I like that they're not doing post-credit scenes. I'm a huge fan on that front. I don't want them to do them to set up something. If they're going to do it, just have fun with it and make it something like a joke, like how they did in Superman. It was just the joke. There was nothing setting up the future, and I like that.
Yeah, I looked it up. Supposedly, the whole scene when she like crash lands and Superman first like takes the lid off the drop pod, talks to her.
Mhm.
That was supposed to be the post-credit scene, from what I've seen. But then they just put it in the movie and didn't have a post-credit scene.
I like that it's in the movie. I think it works. I like how they kind of like jump between time to like explain her story, without having to do a full like origin story. I think it works better with just the cut-ins.
Yeah, I agree.
And I like when her powers show up. When Clark's like, your powers are gonna probably start, and then it shows like how she can avoid them by listening to music. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. It just made me more excited for the next thing to happen. I'm excited for whatever's next in the DCU, which is Lanterns, August.
Yeah,
and then Clayface, which I think it's gonna be super cool.
That was a good trailer too. They put out like a longer trailer before this
for Clayface.
Yeah, it was a lot of the stuff we already saw, and then just a few more shots. It wasn't anything crazy, but yeah,
I didn't see that. That didn't show as a trailer where I'm at.
Oh, really?
You know what I got a trailer for, though? I got an extended Odyssey trailer. That was pretty dope.
Oh, I got the Odyssey trailer, dude.
Oh, you did? The like 3-minute one?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome. I didn't like when you see the huge Spartans chasing them out onto the beach. That was terrifying.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm seeing it in RX mode. It's like the bigger screen, but it's not quite IMAX. But it's the same audio as IMAX. Gotcha. That's what they have that right at the theater near me.
Gotcha. Yeah, you left. You don't get 70mm anymore, dude. I'm gonna go see that. It's beautiful.
The theater near me has 70.
No. Make sure. You're not allowed to make me. No, you're not allowed to make yourself feel better, dude. I win. Pennsylvania.
In Buford, there's a 70mm IMAX screen, which is like 30 minutes from me.
Okay.
And there was no tickets available. I tried.
Yeah, fair.
Because I'm going Thursday. I'm not waiting to see the Odyssey. I want to see it the day it comes out. But yeah, what did you give Supergirl? I want to know.
I think I give it like a 72.
Okay.
Like it was just a fine. Nothing wrong with it. I think it was a good time. Anybody can go see this and enjoy it, but it's nothing. It's just nothing special. It really isn't.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit higher than you. I went 78. I went a little bit above the audience.
All right.
I really liked it. I left smiling. I had a good time with it. It was fun. But man, since my last 11 movies I've seen, no rotten scores. I've had nothing but I've had 64 as my lowest.
That's pretty good.
Which was Faces of Death. Surprisingly way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been a lot of good movies recently. A couple of them I watched the drama last night. I watched They Will Kill You, the Zaza Beetz movie, 2 days ago.
Oh, how was that?
76 is what I gave it. It's fun. Huh. It's uber violent.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I can say to explain how violent it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched How to Make a Killing with Glenn Powell.
Yeah. I saw you put that
really
on.
good.
Was it?
84 I gave it.
Okay.
It's so much. It's like a Shane Black movie. Like I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why people. And Glenn Powell's a dog. That dude's just charismatic, and it works. Nice. Now I have Supergirl. I'm gonna see Toy Story 5 at some point this week.
Toy Story 5 was pretty good.
You saw it?
I saw it. I saw it with my family and my cousins.
You son of a bitch!
Don't get mad at me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. No, it was good. There's a lot of Buzz Lightyears. It's awesome.
Good. Buzz Lightyear's a dog.
A lot of Buzz Lightyears, dude. Star Command.
Was there anything else you want to add about Supergirl before we get out of here?
I'm excited to see more, mainly because I'm excited to see more Superman. Every time Superman was on screen, I just smiled. I can't help it. He's so
so
perfect.
good.
He's so goddamn good as Superman, dude.
He
And
is.
it's
I'm
not
very
even just
excited.
David Cornsweet acting. Like he's good, but it's just the writing of it. Him being just a full-on Boy Scout, the nicest guy.
The
He's
suit
just
looks
the
perfect.
suit's great. I like the little underwear joke that she makes.
Yeah. Why is his underwear on the outside?
Yeah. But it was just good. I just cannot wait to see more Superman. Just him being a little kid. It's great.
No, I agree. I loved David Cornsweet as Superman. Sorry, I'm looking to see. It's got an alert. Yep, Bryce Harper home run,
Harper
baby.
Yep.
Woo! But yeah, David Cornsweet's fantastic. I'm just very excited for what's coming in the DCU. I think Lantern's gonna be great. I think Clayface is gonna be so cool to do like a full blown horror movie. And I like Supergirl, and I love Superman. So I think it's gonna be a really cool start to this universe. And I'm happy that Peter Safran said it didn't make the box office they wanted, but this universe isn't going anywhere. This is just working towards the future of this universe, which makes me very happy that it's not all money.
Yeah,
they just want to build up this world.
Yeah, totally. I hope that for the DCU as a whole, they start announcing more stuff though, because we have a lot of.
We don't really have a lot.
Yeah, we got Lanterns coming out, and then Man of Tomorrow is just filming right now, and then there's a bunch of animated stuff they announced, and then we get like Clayface. But as far as like big announcements, we haven't really gotten anything. Like Batman, Brave and Bold keeps getting pushed back. James Gunn said they would announce Wonder Woman like 3 years ago. That never happened. The Flash has never happened. Aquaman. We need a new Aquaman. The original idea was to keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman. That was like the only thing they were going to hang on to. But then now he's Lobo, so you can't do that.
Yeah, I hope he's not. I want someone else to play Aquaman. I want someone not as buff as him to play Aquaman. I want like a leaner Aquaman. Right. Leaner muscle.
What about Chase Crawford? There's this guy.
Someone that's built like him.
Yeah. I think he'd be really good. Though. Could you imagine? That would be so
Anthony
funny.
Starr as the Flash.
No, Reverse Flash, dude.
Not Reverse Flash. Flip it on its head. Make him the Flash.
Damn.
No.
I wouldn't mind what's his name as the Flash. I mean, you can't do him now because it would be just too on the nose. But A-Train from The Boys. I just can't remember his name.
He could be Cyborg.
Oh, he could be Cyborg.
He could be good as Cyborg.
Who else could he be?
Anyone else that could be Cyborg?
I mean, he could have been like John Stewart too.
Yeah, but
or Hal
Aaron
Jordan.
Pierce,
I don't really care.
It's just
Aaron Pierce is going to be good.
It looks so good.
I'm trying to see who else could he be.
I don't know. Well, Ryan, before we
Jesse
hold
T.
people
Usher.
for too long.
There we go. Jesse T. Usher. A-Train. I was just trying to remember his name.
I know that's his name.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, what is your recommendation of the week to everyone before we get out of here?
I don't know, man. Go watch the Teddy Roosevelt docuseries on Netflix, dude. It's good. Teddy Rose is a dog animal. Hey, Tom, you like walking? You like parks? You can thank him.
I can walk on the street.
No, but he started national park, beautiful national parks.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Very cool. Pretty dope stuff. His mom and first wife died on the same day in the same hospital. So he's pretty dope.
That's tragic.
It's horrible.
Teddy Roosevelt's a dog. I have nothing against Teddy Roosevelt. It's just funny when you say these things. They make me laugh.
Yeah, but they're so good.
No, I'm not joking. They're not good.
They're very good.
I'm going to recommend the drama. I'm a huge Robert Pattinson fan. Huge Zendaya fan. Love A24. It's pretty good. Very good. Right. Don't look up anything about the movie before you watch. Just watch it. Watch it without knowing anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. We have a lot of stuff coming up soon. It's going to be really fun to talk about. I am doing the first episode of that watch series I talked about. I'm reviewing American History X.
Dude, what about Green Arrow? Jesse T. Usher. I'm going to interrupt your little shameless plug. Green Arrow, Jesse T. Usher?
Shameless plug.
Yeah. I want a good Green Arrow so bad.
So do I. I want like awesome. R-rated Green Arrow.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I don't even know who some of these people are. Nightwing would be nice for him. I don't know, I feel like Nightwing's
No.
got to be a little taller. He's got to be tall, skinny, acrobatic guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's got to be lean. Super
Yeah.
lean.
I'm trying to think who could be.
Well, we got to stop taking people away. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode.
No, but what's your American? What is it?
I'm reviewing
What are we
American
doing?
History X. I went on
Okay.
and made a TikTok where people can comment what they want me to do an episode on. So I'm going to watch that, review it on TikTok and on Spotify.
Why was that your first choice?
They
You picking
recommended
your favorite, the movies
No.
that make
No.
inspire you.
No. No. No.
No, I'm joking.
Ryan wants to make a Ray Rice documentary proving his innocence.
He's a great running back, man. He was a dog. He's a great running back.
He was a great. I had him in fantasy like 3 years in a row.
Prime Ray Rice. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I drafted him that year at the end of the draft. So I'm like, he'll be
Yeah.
back. Don't worry about it.
Tom is working on a Phillies documentary though, starring star center fielder Odubel Herrera. That is the main
what
thing
an
he's
icon.
working on.
Go look up what he
Odubel
did off the
Herrera.
field.
He punched a. Was it Atlantic City? Was that it?
I don't remember.
think
I thought
it
he
was.
kicked
I don't remember.
someone.
No, I think he. Well, maybe it was a kick, but I think he hit his girlfriend. I don't know why.
I remember it was something like that. But yeah, me and Ryan just root for these guys every day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to
You know
another episode,
Tommy.
and we will see you in the next
Tommy
one.
Cresta, big domestic violence fan.